How's it going, guys? Mortal Player here, bringing you a video on Nioh 2. We're going to be taking on the first boss in this game, called Mezuki, which is sort of like a horse clashed with a man. This guy's not easy. This guy is very, very difficult. He's a hard boss. He's probably the hardest boss that I have faced for a first boss in a game. Obviously, it's not the hardest boss out there, but definitely the hardest boss for the first boss in the game. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be giving you guys some strategies and some tips that I found out that work for me. May not work for you. You guys might have a different strategy. There might be other ways that you can defeat this boss, but this is what worked for me, and hopefully it might help some people out there. So without further ado, let's get into the fight. Right then, so this is what worked for me for this boss. I had so much trouble with this boss. I just want to point that out. If this guy wields a massive giant axe which has really long reach, and I found out that if you go close to this boss and try and swing at him with your weapon, you're just going to get into a world of trouble, because he's got so many attacks that he can do when you're up close. When you're far away, yeah, he's got a few attacks he could do, but it becomes a lot easier. So in my opinion, keep your distance from this boss. Now you can clearly see a red thing hovering up above his head. That means he's about to do a charging attack. So what I did is he does a charging attack. It does come up on the screen with a little tutorial about what you can do if he does a charging attack. You press R2 and circle, and you basically unleash like this lasso thing that wraps around him. You hit that at the right time, you stagger him, and then you can run up to him, get some hits in, and back out of there. Now, what he does here, this is not like a second stage. He does this randomly throughout the fight. Doesn't do it that often though. The world around you goes all grey. This is where he becomes slightly more powerful, and your stamina takes longer to recover, so he's a lot harder at this stage. So yeah, when he's doing a charging attack, do the same thing, just get your lasso out, but in my opinion, keep more of your distance away from him. You can see what I'm doing here. I'm using this building to kind of like give me some cover, so just use the obstacles in the arena to cover you from his attacks. This grey world that you're in right now is not going to stay grey forever. It will go back to normal, and then your stamina will recover a lot better, and it becomes a lot less powerful. So that's all I did for this fight. I mean, you might want to go up there, you might want to start swinging with your weapon. People can do that, but this is what worked for me. So all I did was kept my distance. As soon as you see him do a charging attack, R2 circle, grapple him with the lasso, and then just swing at him and then back out of there. He does this attack where he shoots stuff out of his mouth. That's quite difficult to dodge. If you try and block that attack, the ghosts that are coming towards you, you can block the first one or two. Then when the third one comes to you, it gets rid of your stamina, so it gets you. That's quite difficult to dodge, I'm going to be honest, so just try and dodge that as much as you can. As soon as you get his health to about halfway, just unleash your Guardian Spirit. You should have enough to release him, and then just let loose on him, just like I'm doing here. Just let loose, just battle him, and you should have this boss done no problem at all. I'm not going to say no problem actually, because this guy is hard. It will take you a few attempts, I know that. But if you stick to what I've said, this is what worked for me. I'm not a great gamer. I'm not great bosses, you know, great at bosses. But this worked for me, and I had him done no problem. Well, no problem at all. Eventually. So yeah, like I just said, just stay away from him. And the best way to do it is just to wait till he does a charging attack. Just grapple him down and get some hits in while he's staggered. And also, when you do that move, you will also get rid of his stamina, so he takes a lot more damage when you actually attack him, so that's probably why it's good to do that. So hopefully those tips have helped you out. Right guys, so that's my top tips for defeating this boss. This video has been slightly different to my videos recently. I was going to put some of my failed attempts in at this boss, but unfortunately it hasn't worked out. I'm actually recording this video on my PS5. It's the first video that I'm doing on my PS5, giving it a go, and my microphone hasn't been set up properly, so unfortunately I'm not going to include the failed attempts in this video. But hopefully this video's gone okay. Hopefully it's helped some people out, and obviously I'm going to carry on with my Nioh 1 videos. But I shall bring obviously Nioh 2 back at some point in the future and continue with the bosses on here. Elden Ring is coming out in a few days, which is the purpose of this video. I just wanted to test my PS5, so I will be doing videos on that as soon as it comes out. I've got it on pre-order. So thank you for watching this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.